Welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at React or Vite on AWS Amplify, displaying API data. We can see our API here. It's very basic. It has some people's names in it, and we want to be able to use that data from our front-end React app. Let's build the default Vite boilerplate app with npm create Vite latest, and we'll choose a name, and the React framework with JavaScript, and later we'll try a customized version that can display data from our API. We can run npm install and npm run build, and that should get us a default app ready to test. A quick way to deploy this is to zip the contents of the dist folder and then we can go into AWS Amplify, click on Get Started, and deploy without Git provider this time. Click Continue, choose a name, and click on Choose Files, and select our zip file for the boilerplate. Click on Save and Deploy. And eventually we'll get our boilerplate app created by Vite. But what we're trying to do is to display the names from our API. Let's do that now. We have our 4 standard imports: React, React DOM, and the app one is importing the app function component from the other main file that we'll be looking at today, as well as a CSS file for styling. And we've added a simple fetch method to bring in the data from our API. The fetch method is also running the run main function, and from that data we're selecting our random ID to display on the page with math.random, which is actually being passed to our run main function above after being multiplied by 5 and turned into an integer by using math.floor. And as the random number gets passed into the run main function, the root element is selected, it gets passed into the app function component, which then renders the name based on the ID. If we go across to the other JSX file called app.jsx, we can actually see the function component there with the letter D as the props object, and the user attribute will be rendered with the winner is and then the name. So I've already zipped the contents of the dist folder, so we can go back into AWS Amplify and click on All Apps and New App, Host Web App, and again deploy without Git provider and continue. And choose your customized zip file. Choose a name, save and deploy. That's finished deploying now, so we can click on the link and we can see that the random number generator has selected Disco Janet. And if we refresh the page, we'll randomly get Cats and Dogs Janet from our API. Thanks for watching.